have for sale and for demo today is this really killer 1968 Fender Stratocaster. First off, this is a really rare year. They made a lot of Strats in 66 and 67, maybe too many. They didn't make a lot in 68. It's a tough year to find. 69 they ramp up again, but 65, 66, 67, then you have this gap year in 68. So this is a rare bird just for the year. Other cool thing about this guitar, it's a mix of earlier transition features. For example, still has the transition logo from 65 or 64, 65. But it has a thin poly finish on it. The headstock's still nitro, the front of it, but the rest is poly. So it's a mix of some cool features. You get some, it's like a transition. Think of that first transition from the CBS sale, then they slowly introduce changes. Later you get kind of the black logo with synchronized tremolo, a few other little differences. This kind of is a nice bridge piece, which makes it unique. Other thing cool is that this actually has black bottom pickups. They're stock to the guitar. They have handwritten pencil dates, I think to January of 1968. You can see in the listing, wherever you're looking at the guitar, the details on it. I got photos of it. Those are original. Black bottoms do reappear in the late 60s. Around 67, 68, you'll see them. I've had precision basses with stock black bottom pickups as well. So those are original. They have the later windings, but they are like pre-CBS pickups. They have the black bottoms. I don't exactly know why. Maybe using up existing material, maybe some other reason, but they are stock. What else is cool about this guitar? Original finish shows some wear, like you would expect, but overall, very nice. Good weight. I mean, it's not like a feather, but it's a good, solid weight, especially for a later 60s into 70s guitar. They get quite heavy. This is a good one. As far as changes on the guitar are concerned, this volume pot is not original. It had a replacement pot. It was like Japanese. I had an era correct 1966 pot, which I think has the same date stamps as the others. And so I put that in there and wired it up. Looks nice and clean. So era correct pot. Not really going to change the sound one way or another, but at least now it's got all the original, at least vintage era correct components. Everything else on there, wiring wise, is stock. When I got the guitar, it had some longer adjustment screws for the saddles. The saddles and the bridge are original, but I went ahead and had Joe Riggio, who set this guitar up for me, replace those. So those are not, the saddle adjustment screws are not original, and the nut has also been replaced. I don't know if this has had a refret. I think they're the stock frets, but they look like they've been maybe dressed and cleaned up a little bit. There's just a hint of fretwear there. It's not in need of a refret. Another thing I had done on the guitar is at some point there was a chip repair right here on the nut. And there, if I get it just the right light there, you got to get it just right to be able to see it. Here, I'll see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Right there. I think when a previous owner had changed the nut, they didn't take great care. So that chip came up. I had Joe re-glue that, sand it off. It's barely visible. You really have to look, and if you didn't know that it was there, you wouldn't notice it. So it's got the new nut and the chip repair. Other than that, it's a really straight guitar, and it's a fabulous guitar. I kind of have this priced at top dollar for a reason. If it doesn't sell, I'm going to be thrilled to death it stays around here. It's got a great neck profile. It's a chunky medium C shape, pretty substantial, not like a 50s V baseball bat, but it's right up there. It's got one of the nicest necks I've had on a Strat, and the neck is just so true. Angles right on. It's all been dialed in. Pickup heights are exactly where you'd want them. Action is perfect. Again, I had Joe totally dial this in. Still has a stock 3-way switch, and you can switch it in between positions easily. It stiffens up right there, which is very nice. So anyway, it's a 1968, January of 68 Stratocaster. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. You'll get updates and videos early on when I first get stuff in. And if you just like watching demos of old cool vintage gear, I try to get as much of that in as I can. Thanks for checking out the video, and have a great day.